Here is her communication is inconsistent.
Yep, this is the one right here. Cause bro, I had a recent interaction with a John. I seen her in the gym. I'm like, yeah, let me get your number and shit. And my mans, I was telling them about that shit. It was like, hey bro, how that shit going? I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Like she taking a few days to respond to me and shit, but I ain't worried. I'll just get back to her whenever she respond. Them niggas was like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, man? Don't text that bitch back. Either that or you take 5 days to respond. And I'm like, my nigga, really? What the fuck? Because the leeway I was giving her was that she agreed to link up with me and shit. So me having that in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really give a fuck. When she get back to me, this shit already a done deal. She said we gonna chill. That being said, people do make a lot of empty promises, but you don't know it's an empty promise till you really know it. And then I seen her in person the next week after, and I could just see she was actively ignoring the nigga texts. And I'm like, damn, okay, bitch. Like, I see how it is. What's going on YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have 5 signs a girl is playing you. Don't waste your time. Now I feel like me personally, I needed this list long ago, you know what I'm saying, so that I could avoid getting my heart stomped on, my time played with, my manhood disrespected. But hey bro, we here with the same answers that I thought, you know what I'm saying, would lead me to being smarter with women and not wasting my time, you know what I'm saying, knowing signs that a girl is playing me and shit. But I had to go through it to really, you know what I'm saying, get out of it type shit, get what I needed to get out of it. But watching this video, it could have saved me a whole lot of time, and hopefully it'll do the same for y'all. That being said, I can't say for sure what the 5 signs she's saying will be, but I can agree with them hoes, and I can tell you why that shit is like a sign. So we gonna get straight to the video, not gonna waste no more time. If y'all like it, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and let's get straight to the video.
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Ryan, and I want to help you avoid wasting your time this year. So in today's video, we're breaking down 5 clear signs that a girl might be playing you.
Yep.
And by that, I mean playing games, being non-committal, or not genuinely liking you, but refusing to be upfront about it. These behaviors can quickly drain your energy and effort, leaving you stuck in a one-sided situation, which I do not want for any of you.
Yes.
Hopefully this helps you spot the red flags early and focus on people who truly value your time and attention.
Cause bro, I had a I'll make this a real quick story. I had a recent interaction with a John. I seen her in the gym. I'm like, yeah, let me get your number and shit. And my mans, I was telling them about that shit. They was like, hey bro, how that shit going? I'm like, oh yeah, bro, like she taking a few days to respond to me and shit, but I ain't worried. I'll just get back to her whenever she respond. And I truly wasn't on no desperate ass shit. I was just so unbothered. Like I was in that state of mind where I'm like, I shape my reality. You know what I'm saying? Peace and happiness is a choice. I'll just choose to be happy and unbothered and shit. Them niggas was like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, man? Don't text that bitch back. You know what I'm saying, bro? She taking days to respond to you. My nigga, just let that shit be. Either that or you take 5 days to respond. And I'm like, my nigga, really? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because the leeway I was giving her was that she agreed to link up with me and shit. I was like, all right, bet, let's get that shit cracking. So me having that in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really give a fuck. When she get back to me, this shit already a done deal. She said we gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? Now, that being said, people do make a lot of empty promises, myself included. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know it's an empty promise till you really know it. And then I seen her in person the next week after, and I could just see she was actively ignoring the nigga texts. And I'm like, damn, okay, bitch. Like, I see how it is. And then after that, I'm just like, all right, bet if a John ever do me like this John did me, I just know. Chalk up my losses, bro. You know what I'm saying? Move on with my life type shit. So I'm imagining that's going to be one of the signs when she says she's going to do some shit, but her actions don't match.
Okay, the first sign
Right?
is she overemphasizes independence to avoid closeness. Now, while independence is a great quality, there's a difference.
Okay, I was not expecting that shit. She overemphasizes independence to avoid closeness. Okay.
Between being self-sufficient and also using independence as a shield. If she constantly emphasizes how much she values being on her own, or says things like, I don't need anyone, I don't want anyone, it could be a way to create emotional distance between you. This behavior might—
5 signs she's playing you though. It's like, yo, shorty, you trying to go out with me and shit? And she's like, okay, yeah, let's go on a date. Once you're on the date, yeah, I don't need no man. I'm emotionally, you know what I'm saying, intelligent, financially independent. I don't need no motherfuckers in my life. It's like, damn, like you playing me? Like, is she really playing you if she's being so blatant with that shit? That don't really seem like she trying to like you know what I'm saying, keep you around type shit by saying all that dumb shit to you. It seems like she trying to push a nigga away type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how that's playing you, but that could be wasting your time. Like, it's a sign that you could see, all right, you know what I'm saying, this ain't my John. Let's move on type shit.
It means she's not ready for a real connection, but still maybe enjoys the attention and benefits of having you around. It could be her way of keeping you at an arm's length without actually committing. Another layer of this could be if she keeps the relationship very surface level. She might flirt, enjoy your compliments, or seek validation from you, but when it comes to deeper conversations or emotional vulnerability, she might shut down or completely avoid it altogether.
Word.
True relationships require emotional intimacy, sharing feelings, being vulnerable, and building trust. So if she's avoiding this and only engaging on a superficial level, I think it's a clear sign that she's not serious about building something meaningful with you.
Yeah.
And the next one,
that's a good sign, man. That's a real good sign. And it's crazy because that last point she said about emotional vulnerability being a part of the relationship, bro, as men, we're told not to like express our feelings, especially with women, so much that I'm like, dead ass. I forgot, like, I didn't forget because I never quite been in a serious ass relationship, but I didn't expect that shit to really be a part of a relationship for real. You know what I'm saying? Like a man being overly vulnerable, not overly vulnerable, but vulnerable in any capacity, because vulnerability can be perceived as weakness. That's how I was raised to see that shit, and I'm sure a whole lot of other men was raised to see that shit similarly. So expressing vulnerability, you start to think, yo, Jones don't want that shit. No, I'm cool. So when the Joan, like, she not trying to get deep with you and shit, you like, okay, that's right on schedule type shit. You know what I'm saying, motherfucking? Yeah, we on the right path type shit. So that's crazy. But when you think about it, of course, a relationship with someone you care about would have vulnerability. Y'all have the, you know what I'm saying, comfortability and the space to be vulnerable because, you know what I'm saying, this person really loves you for who you is type shit. But that's a good ass sign. I was starting to think that shit wasn't a thing though, bro, because every time I try like talk to a John on some deep shit, they don't want it. But that could just be the Johns I be fucking with and shit. So fair point.
Here is her communication is inconsistent. Inconsistent communication is a...
Yep, this is the one right here. I'm gonna give you a rule, bro, because the time, it's not always like set in stone. Like if she take a few hours to respond, but she explains why, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I had this going on, but hey, I'm here now. How you know what I'm saying? But if she just come back after like a fucking, bro, oh my God, minimum I'm waiting, bro, at this point, bro, like to protect my own peace and shit is like 2 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 2 hours and you don't gotta explain yourself. But if it's anything above that and you don't explain why you left the nigga like in the air type shit, like you might just be clipped. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had Jones wait 8 hours to respond, a day, 2 days, 3 days, or ghosting. And it's just like, damn, bro. Like you start thinking that's how every John just communicate. Like you forget what healthy communication really look like. So that shit is crazy, bro. But inconsistent communication. Let's talk about it.
Classic sign that she's just playing games. One day she's blowing up your phone with text, responding immediately and making you feel like a priority. And then out of nowhere, she goes silent for days or gives you one-word responses, leaving you incredibly confused or second guessing yourself.
Yeah.
This hot and cold behavior keeps you hooked while she maintains control of the situation. Again, I want to emphasize that this is not always malicious, but I think it's worth paying attention to. So pay attention to when she reaches out. Is it when she's bored or needs a confidence boost? Genuine interest comes with consistent communication, not sporadic attention when it's convenient for her. A girl who truly likes you will maintain regular contact and won't leave you guessing about where you stand. We don't have time for games in 2025. It is time to only give our effort.
See, we all say that, but these Jones be playing games. And I can only speak to women because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on the other team type shit. If you could decipher what I mean by that. So only at least the women that I be dealing with, like they all play games. Maybe I just wasn't the nigga for them, but they all play games. It's just like, bro, we growing as hell. I really be shooting at older women than me. So y'all old as shit playing games. Like, come on, my nigga. But y'all get on niggas for playing video games. It's like, what are we really doing, bro? Like, we too old for this shit. Like, just say it straight up. If you don't like a nigga like that, bro, just say, no, like, you can't have my number. No, I don't want to date you. No, I don't want you to take me out. no, I don't want to text you. Like, bro, just keep it so simple, like truthful. You know what I'm saying? Because how you say something to somebody or what you say to them, you can't control how they gonna react. You can only control what you say. Speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing these games type shit. Because I understand some people do it not to hurt other people's feelings. Other bitches, like, they just want validation, like she said. You know what I'm saying? They want attention, like she said. It's just like, bro, I thought we was past this point. Like, y'all reaching 30 years old and shit playing games. Like, come on, my nigga.
To people who demonstrate emotional availability and maturity and reciprocate those efforts. Okay, the next sign is she avoids making plans or cancels last minute.
Yes.
She's constantly too busy or canceling plans at the last minute with weak excuses. It's a clear sign that she is not prioritizing you. While life can get hectic and we can give a little bit of grace for that, someone who is genuinely interested in you will make an effort to see you. They'll reschedule plans.
Yeah, it'll make that time, nigga. If they really wanted to, they would. That shit is definitely true, bro. I'll bring it back to myself again. Every time I try to set up a link, I just work so much. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so like, what about this time? Or just let me know. Or I'm like, hey, we should do this shit today. And then they just, oh, I'm just so busy. I'm tired. I just keep working. And it's just like, all right, bitch. Like, what's even the point of me texting you at this point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it just, I don't know, bro. I don't understand why we can't just say shit. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't really want to be talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I linked up, or I was attempting to link up with this recent shorty I told the story about in the beginning of the vid. That fucking, like, I seen her in person and she was just ignoring me and shit. I'm like, yeah, you should let me, like, steal some of your free time. And then I try to set that shit up and she's like, oh yeah, I just work a lot. Even though you just say, yeah, let's hang out and shit. I'm like, all right. So what's the alternative? Every time, bro, like, I just put the ball in their court. I'm just like, all right, you let me know then. You let me know. Like, I won't outright stop texting them. I'll just throw the ball in their court type shit just because I don't want to be rude, even though they playing with my fucking time. So really, I could just, you know what I'm saying, stop texting them too. And it really depends on, like, when you get out of your own head and it's like, all right, I got to be so impressive for her. I got to impress her. I got to do everything right for her. When you start looking at that shit as, yo, does she impress me? Does she look good to me? Not physically, but like as a person type shit. That's when you start calling out bullshit and you stop tolerating shit. And when you see some shit that you don't like, it makes you lose attraction and you could just detach. You know what I'm saying? So I need especially to get to that point, bro, where I could just cut shit off. Like, if I sniff bullshit, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm turning my nose the other way, my nigga, and I'm gonna go smell some roses or some shit.
That they had to cancel and communicate openly about their availability. Another related behavior here is being very vague about making plans in the first place. So if she gives you non-committal answers like, maybe I'll be free this weekend, or let me see how my week looks, let me see if these other plans fall through, without locking anything in, it's a sign that she's likely keeping her options open. Someone who values your time will be straightforward and enthusiastic about planning time together. Actions always speak louder than words, and if her behavior consistently shows that she's dodging plans, it's time to reevaluate whether she's really interested or just sort of stringing you along. The next sign is that she
Yo, real shit, bro. Like, it's just getting to the point where it's like, yo, if the interest isn't 100% obvious, like, if you gotta worry, like, if it's mixed signals, bro, chalk it. Like, just dead that shit, bro. Because if a joint really fucked with you, bro, she would let you know. That shit would be so obvious. So if you gotta wonder, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta go to this video, it's like, oh, is she playing? Like, bro, just cut that shit off, my nigga. I know it's gonna hurt you and shit, you know what I'm saying? You thought she was the one, nigga, she bad as hell, whatever. My nigga, save your time and save your feelings, bro. Come on.
Keeps things vague about the relationship. If she avoids defining the relationship or giving you clarity about her intentions, I think it's a strong indicator that she's not fully invested. You might hear phrases like, let's just see where this goes, or I'm not ready for anything serious right now, or going back to point one, maybe, valuing her independence and saying things about that. Yet she still enjoys your company, your time, and your effort.
Yeah.
While some people genuinely need time to figure out their feelings, and I can completely understand that, I think a prolonged vagueness can indicate that she's keeping you in this sort of limbo for her own convenience, maybe to keep her options open or to enjoy the perks of your time, effort, and energy without actually committing to you. I think another subtle red flag that kind of goes with this one is being over complimentary without any sort of follow through. So if she's constantly telling you you're such an amazing guy or you'd make a great boyfriend, but doesn't take any action to spend time with you, or
It's like I'm a great nigga, right? So why ain't you on my body? You know what I'm saying? That's just empty flattery, bro. She's trying to keep you like in check type shit, as we're saying. Just trying to keep you there at bay, in control, in her pocket type shit. So she gonna give you a little bit of validation, but not show you nothing for real type shit. To where you like, oh, she really fuck with me. Oh wait, she not showing me the best you know what I'm saying, treatment right now, but she said how great of a guy I was, so she has to like me. It's like, bro, I'm just starting to realize, bro, people play games, bro, no matter what age they is.
or deepen the connection between the two of you, she might just be keeping you hooked without the true commitment. Compliments without actions that match her words can be a way to keep you invested while she figures out her next move or, again, keeps her options open.
Yep.
The next sign here is that her contact with you is transactional. If she only reaches out when she needs something, this is a huge
that's
red
obvious.
flag, whether it's help with a problem, a favor, or someone just to vent to.
I'm starting to feel like we don't even need to be told that one, bro. Like if that's happening to you, bro, and you all for it, my nigga, like, I'm sorry. You're just cooked.
This behavior shows that she sees you as a convenience rather than a romantic interest. Relationships should feel mutual, with both people giving and receiving support, not just one person constantly taking while the other person gives. This is what we call a one-sided relationship, which again, I do not want any of you to find yourself in. Another related point here is if she never initiates conversations, plans, or check-ins with you.
Yeah.
While relationships don't have to be perfectly 50-50 all the time, I think someone who is genuinely
Yeah, bro, because women, they don't like making the first move. You know, none of us do. Some men take pride in that shit, but you gotta like train yourself to like that shit. I feel like it's a man. Some men like it naturally, but me, I like that shit. But like most of the time, I'm like, damn, I want to get rejected. The fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like men at least have the inner desire to want to like pursue some shit, like, you know what I'm saying, some little shit, right? But women, they're more like receptive. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they don't want to get rejected either, but obviously, apparently, that shit is in their nature too, to like attract type shit, like, you know what I'm saying, let a man come to them. So yeah, but Jones don't want to be getting rejected, bro. That's why they don't make the first move all the time or at all, you know. So if your girl not showing you, like, if she not taking no initiative, she not like texting you first, that's not like a complete write-off. But if like when you do text her, you know what I'm saying, she real dry with that shit, or she only hits you up, she do hit you up, but it's only when she needs some shit. Yeah, that's different right there, bro. Cut that shit.
interested will make an effort to simply connect with you, not just when they need or want something. If you are always the one keeping the relationship afloat, it is time to take a step back and question whether her interest is real or purely self-serving. I think if you're noticing any of the signs that I mentioned in my video today, it's important to take a step back and really evaluate whether or not this person truly values your time and your energy. Healthy relationships should be built on mutual respect for each other, effort being put in, and emotional connection, not confusion, frustration, or one-sided effort. If you're noticing these behaviors, don't be afraid to step away and focus on finding someone who truly values your time and commitment. The reality is, people can only play you if you let them.
Word.
So don't let them. But all right, guys, that's all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to
Hey, WVIT, Courtney. That ass. You always come with the great content, for real, and I appreciate you for that. But I would feel like, bro, like, if a nigga get played for so long, he start being like, all right, I don't even want to approach at all. You know what I mean? Because you start thinking Air Jordan is like this and shit. So you only want to put yourself out there in the first place. And I was going to say something else along that line, but I forget exactly what it was. Oh, yeah. So basically, when you put yourself out there just to get played, bro, it feels like you losing some shit. I feel like that's why it hurts so much. Even like when that shit fall through, if you cut that shit off yourself, it still feels like a loss because that shit didn't go the way you wanted it to. You know what I mean? Like that shit fell through. So most niggas don't even want to put themselves in this situation to get played. You know what I mean? Unless they know that shit is going to go right. That's why niggas wait for signs and shit from a girl. They want the girl to tell them how much they like them and shit. Niggas just like to know that they time is being invested properly in a good place. You know what I mean? So like, even if you're not in a relationship with a John, if that shit don't work out, or you get ghosted, or you get let like friend zone type shit, that shit just hurt, bro. It's like you didn't lose anything really. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even had a bit. You know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, it feels like you lost. I don't know, bro. It just feels like their actions was kind of like saying, oh damn, like what the fuck, she ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bruh. Like, I don't know what I'm saying for real, but it just feels like you lost something when a girl plays with you, like your time, your respect, your value as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't see it in you, like your value, it's kind of like, oh damn, I lost a little bit of my value because they, you know what I'm saying, flaked out on me and shit, when really that's not a thing, bro. They just didn't get to know who you really was. They was over here playing games and shit. They had the game in their face. You know when you had the screen in your face too long and start fucking with your vision? Yeah, that's exactly what be happening with these hoes, bro. And men do it too. But I'm only speak to what I know. So yeah, bro. If a John playing you, my nigga, cut that shit immediately, bro. Like, you need to be approaching mad Johns in that phase anyway, when you like in the talking stage with hoes. Just keep your options open till you find a motherfucker that show you something different. Assume she gonna play you until she don't, my nigga, and then be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Just say your hopes don't get crushed. Don't get your hopes up so that you feel me, you be disappointed and shit. So keep your shit low. Let them pleasantly surprise you. Keep your options open until the real one show up, and then you like, all right, hold on. All y'all, you know what I'm saying, little gremlins and shit. I found my queen. So here I go with her type shit. So that's what I'm thinking. That's where my head is at this current point in time. So yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video and y'all agree with it in any capacity or disagree and want to comment some shit, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I just like the interaction, like the what's it called? The interaction, I guess. Interact with the video and shit. If you want to do any of that shit, make sure to like the vid, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.